in order to graft the finger, the tip of the finger, we want to have the last stitch of the round on the right of the back needle. So this is the stitch that our yarn is connected to. And then we have 4 stitches on the back needle and 4 stitches on the front needle. Make sure they are in order. And we can begin grafting the tip of the finger. We start with the setup, so the yarn should be between the 2 needles, and we're going to start with inserting our tapestry needle purlwise into the first front needle stitch, and don't take it off, leave it on, that's only the setup. Then we want to go over to the back needle and insert the tapestry needle from front to back, knitwise to the first stitch. That's our setup. Now we want to start our steps, so it's a knitwise into the first stitch on the front needle, and take this stitch off the needle. Then you want to go purlwise into the next stitch on the front needle and pull the yarn through. Make sure it's under both needles so you don't have yarn overs and create weird stitches you don't want. Now back needle, we have purlwise into the first stitch and take it off, then knitwise into the next stitch of the back needle and leave it on. So we should have 3 stitches on each needle. I want to pull the yarn a little tight. I don't want to have loose ends here. And continue. So knitwise on the first stitch on the front needle and off, then purlwise on the next stitch on the front needle and on, and pull the yarn through. Then back needle, purlwise off, knitwise on, and keep it on the needle. Pull the yarn under both needles, so 2 stitches on each needle. Front needle, knitwise off, then purlwise on, and we'll go to the back needle, purlwise off, knitwise on. We have 1 stitch on each needle and we worked both of them, so we only need to knitwise off from the front needle and then purlwise off from the back needle, and we are done. Now, I don't know if everybody has this problem, but I have always the back needle has a loose stitch here, which I don't like. In order to fix this, all you need to do is find the base of this stitch, and then we want to just spread the excess yarn from this stitch to the rest of the row. So if this is the loose stitch, I want to go to the stitch before that and pull a little bit, so you see that I made the stitch a lot smaller. Now the excess yarn is here. I'm going to pull the other leg of this stitch and make it just a little bit smaller, so less yarn is here. Now I want to go to the previous stitch and less yarn is here, and this is how I just spread the excess yarn throughout the row and I don't have loose stitches here. So all we need to do now is bring the yarn to the back, to the wrong side. I'm looking at my yarn and the stitches here, I'm just finding a place where my yarn can go into and cover a leg of a stitch. So I'm going to go with this stitch. I'm going into the finger and all the way to the wrong side. We have a hole here still. I'm going to catch my needle from the inside and make sure it doesn't catch on the fabric, and I'm just going to pull my yarn, and you can see it covers a stitch here, so it's invisible. And as you wear your gloves, you can see that in the beginning we have like a little bit of a bump here, like the shape, but as I'm going to wear my glove, this is going to disappear and take the shape of my finger. So don't worry too much about this.